When most people think about dangerous animals, they imagine lions, sharks, snakes, or crocodiles. Very few people would ever point to a caterpillar. After all, they're tiny, slow, soft, and seemingly defenseless. But appearances can be incredibly deceptive. Some caterpillars can fool predators into believing they're venomous snakes. Others carry microscopic poisoned weapons capable of inflicting excruciating pain. Some survive winters that would kill almost every other insect on Earth, while others manipulate entire colonies of ants into becoming their personal bodyguards. These extraordinary abilities weren't designed to help them hunt. They evolved for one reason only: to survive long enough to become something even more remarkable. Before transforming into butterflies or moths, these larvae must endure constant attacks from birds, reptiles, spiders, mammals, and even other insects. Every single day is a fight for survival. Over millions of years, evolution has turned some of these seemingly harmless creatures into masters of camouflage, deception, chemical warfare, and psychological intimidation. Some of their defenses are so bizarre that they sound like science fiction. Yet every one of them is completely real. Today, we'll discover 10 caterpillars with incredible superpowers that prove nature's greatest inventions often come in the smallest packages. Let's begin. The caterpillar that looks exactly like a snake. Spicebush Swallowtail Caterpillar, troilus. At first glance, this bright green caterpillar seems completely harmless. It crawls slowly across the leaves of spicebush and sassafras trees in eastern North America, feeding peacefully and avoiding attention whenever possible. But the moment a predator approaches, everything changes. Instead of trying to run away, the caterpillar performs one of the most convincing visual illusions in the entire insect world. It pulls in the front segments of its body, causing its head to swell into a broad, rounded shape. Suddenly, two enormous false eyes appear on its back. From the perspective of a hungry bird, the tiny caterpillar no longer resembles an easy meal. Instead, it looks strikingly similar to the head of a small snake, staring directly back at its attacker. This is known as mimicry, a survival strategy in which a harmless species imitates something far more dangerous. The illusion becomes even more convincing because the caterpillar slowly moves its body like a cautious snake preparing to defend itself. Many inexperienced predators hesitate. Some immediately fly away. Others simply decide that risking an encounter with what appears to be a venomous reptile isn't worth a small meal. That hesitation may last only a second, but in nature, a single second can save a life. What's truly remarkable is that this caterpillar has no venom, no claws, no armors. Its greatest weapon is fear. It survives by exploiting something every predator possesses: the instinct to avoid making deadly mistakes. Nature has transformed a defenseless insect into an actor capable of convincing much larger animals that they're facing an entirely different creature. The caterpillar that builds its own portable fortress. Bagworm Caterpillar. Imagine spending your entire childhood carrying your home on your back. That's exactly how the bagworm caterpillar lives. Shortly after hatching, the tiny larva begins collecting whatever materials are available around it. The tiny twigs, the pieces of bark, the dry leaves, the grass fragments, even grains of sand. Using incredibly strong silk, it carefully stitches these materials together to create a protective case that completely surrounds its body. As the caterpillar grows larger, the case grows with it. New layers are constantly added, making the portable shelter stronger and better camouflaged over time. To a passing bird, the caterpillar doesn't look like an insect at all. It simply appears to be another dried twig hanging from a branch. Many predators never even realize an animal is hiding inside. When danger approaches, the bagworm doesn't panic. Instead, it retreats deep into its fortress and seals the entrance with its own body. Even parasitic wasps, specialists that spend their lives hunting caterpillars, often struggle to reach the soft larva hidden inside. The case also protects against intense sunlight, drying winds, and heavy rain, functioning as armor, shelter, and camouflage all at once. Perhaps the most incredible part of this strategy is that no two fortresses are exactly alike. Each bagworm constructs its portable home, using whatever materials exist in its local environment. A caterpillar living in a pine forest builds a completely different fortress from one living among broadleaf trees. Every shelter is uniquely adapted to its surroundings. It's a masterpiece of natural engineering built by an insect only a few centimeters long. The caterpillar covered in venomous spines. Saddleback Caterpillar. Some animals try to hide from predators. The Saddleback Caterpillar does the exact opposite. Its body displays brilliant green, deep brown, bright white, and vivid purple colors that immediately attract attention. At first, this seems like a terrible survival strategy. Why advertise your location to every hungry predator nearby? Because these colors are actually a warning. The caterpillar is covered with clusters of hollow, venomous spines, connected to specialized poison glands hidden beneath its skin. The spines are extremely fragile. The moment something brushes against them, they snap and inject venom into the victim. For humans, even a light touch can produce an intense burning sensation, often compared to a bee sting several times. Pain may spread beyond the contact area. Swelling, redness, and severe irritation can last for hours, and in particularly sensitive people, medical treatment may even be necessary. Birds learn this lesson even faster. A single painful encounter is often enough to convince them never to attack another brightly colored saddleback caterpillar again. Scientists call this strategy, using bold warning colors to advertise dangerous defenses before an attack even begins. Instead of relying on camouflage, the caterpillar openly tells predators, "I am not worth eating." It's an incredibly effective strategy because avoiding dangerous prey saves predators' energy and reduces the risk of injury. Over countless generations, both predator and prey benefit from recognizing these warning signals. The result is one of the most spectacularly colored caterpillars on Earth, and one that almost every animal learns to leave alone. The caterpillar that fights back with chemical weapons. Lobster Moth Caterpillar. The first time you see this caterpillar, it's hard to believe it's even real. Its body is long and thin. Its front legs are unusually elongated. Its posture resembles a tiny alien or an oversized spider, rather than the larva of a moth. But this bizarre appearance is no accident. When threatened by a bird or another predator, the lobster moth caterpillar raises the front of its body high into the air and spreads its long legs in a dramatic defensive display. Instead of looking like an easy meal, it suddenly appears much larger, stranger, and potentially dangerous. Many predators hesitate. For a caterpillar, hesitation creates opportunity. If the attacker continues advancing, the caterpillar has another line of defense. It can regurgitate irritating digestive fluids, creating an unpleasant experience for predators that try to bite it. The liquid isn't powerful enough to seriously injure large animals, but it is more than enough to convince many birds that searching for another meal is a much better idea. What's fascinating is that this defense combines psychology and chemistry. Its terrifying appearance creates uncertainty. Its chemical defense reinforces the warning. Together, they dramatically increase the caterpillar's chances of surviving an attack. Nature often rewards animals that can avoid combat altogether. And few caterpillars understand that better than this strange-looking species. Sometimes the greatest victory isn't defeating an enemy. It's convincing them that attacking was never a good idea. The caterpillar that can survive being frozen. Woolly bear caterpillar, Isabella. For most insects, winter is a death sentence. As temperatures fall below freezing, ice crystals begin forming inside their bodies. Those crystals rupture cells, destroy tissues, and make survival impossible. But the woolly bear caterpillar has evolved one of the most extraordinary solutions found anywhere in the insect world. As autumn arrives, its body begins producing special cryoprotective compounds, including glycerol and other natural antifreeze substances. These chemicals reduce the damage caused by freezing and protect vital cells from being destroyed. Eventually, much of the water inside the caterpillar's body freezes. Its movements stop. Its heartbeat becomes almost undetectable. From the outside, it appears completely dead. For weeks, sometimes months, it remains frozen beneath leaves, snow, or tree bark while temperatures plunge far below zero. Then spring arrives. The ice melts. Its organs gradually resume functioning. The caterpillar begins moving once again, continuing its life as though nothing had happened. Very few animals on Earth can survive such an extreme transformation. This remarkable adaptation allows the woolly bear to live in regions where winter conditions eliminate many competing insects. By surviving an environment that kills others, it gains access to food and habitat with far less competition. Scientists continue studying these natural antifreeze mechanisms, because they may one day improve methods for preserving organs, tissues, and biological samples. A tiny caterpillar surviving winter could help solve problems in modern medicine. Nature often invents extraordinary technologies long before humans even imagine them. The caterpillar that whistles to scare predators. Walnut Sphinx caterpillar, Amorpha. Silence is usually the safest strategy for prey. Noise attracts attention. Yet this caterpillar deliberately breaks that rule. When disturbed, the Walnut Sphinx caterpillar forces air through tiny breathing openings called spiracles. The escaping air creates a surprisingly loud, high-pitched whistle. The sound lasts only a brief moment, but that's often all it needs. Birds approaching from nearby branches suddenly hear an unexpected noise coming from what should have been a silent insect. Some jump backward. Others pause long enough for the caterpillar to drop from the branch or crawl into dense vegetation. The whistle itself isn't physically dangerous. Its true purpose is psychological. Predators depend heavily on routine. When prey behaves in an unexpected way, hesitation naturally follows. That hesitation creates valuable seconds for escape. The Walnut Sphinx doesn't rely on venom. It doesn't carry armor. It doesn't possess incredible speed. Instead, it weaponizes surprise. Scientists believe that unusual defensive behaviors like this evolve because predators are constantly learning. The more unpredictable prey becomes, the more difficult it is for hunters to make reliable decisions. In the wild, confusion can be every bit as valuable as strength. A tiny burst of sound, one moment of uncertainty, and another caterpillar survives to continue its incredible transformation. The caterpillar that recruits an army. Large blue butterfly caterpillar. Few animals manipulate other species as successfully as this caterpillar. Its strategy begins with deception. After feeding for only a short period on wild thyme and marjoram flowers, the young caterpillar deliberately drops to the ground. For most caterpillars, that would be an extremely dangerous place. But this one is waiting for something very specific. Ants. As worker ants patrol the forest floor, they encounter the tiny caterpillar. Instead of attacking it, something extraordinary happens. The caterpillar releases chemicals almost identical to those produced by ant larvae. To the ants, the scent is unmistakable. They believe they've discovered one of their own young. Without realizing the deception, they gently carry the caterpillar back into their underground nest. There, the illusion continues. The caterpillar not only mimics the colony's chemical signals, but can also produce subtle sounds that resemble those made by ant queens. Inside the nest, workers feed it, clean it, and defend it from danger. The imposter receives the same protection as the colony's most valuable members. Depending on the population, it may feed on food provided by the ants or even consume developing ant larvae. For months, it lives safely inside one of nature's most heavily defended fortresses. Eventually, it pupates underground before emerging as a butterfly, and leaving the colony forever. The ants never realize they have spent months protecting an outsider. This remarkable combination of chemical mimicry, acoustic deception, and behavioral manipulation is considered one of the most sophisticated survival strategies known among insects. Sometimes the greatest superpower isn't strength. It's convincing someone else to fight your battles for you. The caterpillar that looks exactly like bird droppings. Giant swallowtail caterpillar. Camouflage usually works by helping an animal disappear into its surroundings. Leaves imitate leaves. Sticks imitate sticks. Bark imitates bark. But this caterpillar uses a strategy that is both unusual and surprisingly effective. It disguises itself as bird droppings. Its body is covered in irregular patches of white, brown, and black that perfectly recreate the appearance of fresh droppings resting on a leaf. Even its texture contributes to the illusion. From only a short distance away, the resemblance is astonishing. To a bird searching for insects, the caterpillar simply doesn't register as food. Predators are constantly scanning their environment for recognizable shapes. A caterpillar has a very specific outline. Bird droppings do not. By exploiting that difference, the giant swallowtail caterpillar effectively disappears in plain sight. But it has another secret weapon. If a predator comes too close, it suddenly extends a bright orange, forked organ from behind its head. This remarkable structure is called the releases a strong-smelling chemical that resembles the odor of rotten fruit or decaying organic matter. For birds, ants, and many small predators, the smell is extremely unpleasant. The combination is remarkably effective. First, predators fail to notice the caterpillar. If they do notice it, they're met with a foul chemical defense. Two completely different survival strategies working together. Nature rarely relies on a single line of defense. The giant swallowtail caterpillar proves that the safest prey is often the one predators never recognize in the first place. The caterpillar that delivers one of nature's most painful stings. Puss Caterpillar. At first glance, it looks harmless. Its body is covered in long, silky hairs that make it resemble a tiny tuft of cotton. Many people have even mistaken it for a soft toy or tried to touch it out of curiosity. That innocent appearance hides one of the most powerful defenses ever evolved by a caterpillar. Beneath the soft outer coat lies a dense layer of hollow, venomous spines. The moment the hairs are pressed, the fragile spines break through the skin and inject venom directly into the victim. The pain is immediate. Victims often describe it as an intense burning sensation that rapidly spreads through the affected limb. In severe cases, the pain can radiate far beyond the original sting. Swelling, nausea, headaches, fever, and muscle pain have all been reported. Some people even require emergency medical treatment, particularly if they experience allergic reactions. For predators, the lesson is unforgettable. One painful encounter is usually enough to ensure they never attack another puss caterpillar again. unlike many brightly colored poisonous insects. However, this species relies on the opposite strategy. It doesn't advertise danger. It disguises it. Its fluffy appearance encourages curiosity while concealing the deadly defensive system beneath. Scientists believe this unusual combination of disguise and venom may increase survival by catching inexperienced predators completely off guard. Sometimes, the most dangerous animals aren't the ones that look frightening. They're the ones that look completely harmless. The caterpillar that looks like a monster. Hickory horned devil. If someone told you this creature inspired ancient monster legends, you might believe them. The hickory horned devil is the largest caterpillar in North America. Fully grown, it can exceed 15 centimeters in length. Its enormous turquoise-green body is covered with intimidating black-tipped orange horns that project in every direction. Its appearance is so bizarre that many people assume it's highly venomous. In reality, it is completely harmless. The horns cannot sting. They cannot inject venom. They cannot poison predators. Their true purpose is psychological. Imagine being a bird searching for a quick meal. Suddenly, you encounter an enormous caterpillar covered in sharp-looking spikes with colors that seem to warn of danger. Would you risk attacking it? Or would you simply fly away and search for something easier? Evolution favors caution. Predators that avoid potentially dangerous prey are more likely to survive. The hickory-horned devil exploits that instinct perfectly. It doesn't need to fight. It only needs to convince others that fighting would be a terrible idea. Eventually, this extraordinary caterpillar transforms into the magnificent regal moth, one of the largest and most beautiful moths in North America. The terrifying monster disappears, replaced by an elegant giant with broad orange and gray wings. It's one of the most dramatic transformations found anywhere in nature. Perhaps that's the greatest superpower of all. Not venom, not camouflage, not chemical weapons, but the ability to become something completely different. From living fortresses to chemical deception. From venomous defenses to surviving months completely frozen. These incredible caterpillars prove that nature never creates ordinary creatures. Even animals that many people ignore are equipped with astonishing adaptations refined over millions of years of evolution. Every one of these superpowers exists for the same reason: to survive long enough to complete one of the greatest transformations in the natural world. So the next time you see a caterpillar crawling across a leaf, remember, you may be looking at one of the most extraordinary survival specialists on Earth. If you enjoyed this journey through the hidden superpowers of nature, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to, and let us know in the comments which caterpillar amazed you the most. Because out there, reality will always be more incredible than fiction.